Good morning, Gemini. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading from the 27th of January through to the 2nd of February. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Thank you, and if you're new on board, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the readings. If the readings don't resonate with you at any time, don't forget to go and check out the other aspects of your natal chart, such as your moon, rising, or Venus. And if you don't know how to do that, you can go to Cafe Astrology and do yourself up a birth chart. Probably everybody should do that anyway, just to see where, what it means to have the planets in certain houses when you're born, because it puts together a whole personality. Very interesting. Some of you are taking a break from somebody here who was very controlling. Okay. I'm using the Thelema Tarot, by the way. Okay. Oh, the cards want to split funny. Okay, we'll do it that way. That's unusual. Alrighty. So we do have the Page of Pentacles coming out first. Now, the pages are generally messages. They're not action. They are actually like spoken, written, recorded, whatever, text. And it's only something very small. And very often this is about, could be to do with money, could be that you've received interest on something, could be that someone's paying back a loan, or that you've received some sort of insight into a new job, but definitely something to do with that. The other thing that I feel that this card comes up a lot with, and actually did in a reading yesterday that I did, is when you have a karmic situation and you're owed something. So in order to level out the playing field, the universe offers you something as, in return for what you've put in. And sometimes it comes up in that too. Not necessarily in a romantic way, but very often in more of the financial way. Okay, so we do have the Star coming out first. Very beautiful, Gemini. The Star talks about having hope and faith and treading your path with love. It's about being divinely guided, because you know that the star, to follow the star, but it's also about wishes coming true. Now, very often they're not wishes that you've made, they're more about what the universe is putting in your way for you to find. So have hope and faith that it is coming, whatever you've been hoping for. Okay, and then we have the Judgment card here. So this is about rebirth. It's about being risen from the dead, having a second chance at something. Sometimes it can be a second chance at a relationship. It could be second chances at love. But often it's a second chance of life. So, maybe you haven't been living your life to the fullest and you've walked away from someone and had another opportunity to do things again, but differently this time. Beautiful. Ten of Swords coming in here. So this is about ending cycles. Can be about betrayal because the knives are in the back, but very often just the end of a cycle. Generally a time where you've sort of had a really hard time with something and you're about to move forward. So if you've been trying to do that, because you've had some enlightenment here, so something's happened to you to wake you up from where you were, because you've started to think about things very differently now. See, with the Star and the Judgment card there, this is about you. This is all about you feeling different. This is about you having a completely different mindset and attitude moving forward after a difficult time. For some of you, this can be recuperating after illness here as well. There's a strong feeling that you've had something that could have been quite life-threatening here, and you're moving forward after that. Okay, the universe is helping you on the way, which is absolutely beautiful. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. So this is about karma going in your favour. This is about finally getting that turn in your favour. Remember I said about karma here? So there is definitely this movement towards something that you've perhaps in the past have not been able to make the best of, and now you're getting an opportunity to do that. We have the Hierophant here. So for some of you, this is about not having stability in the past. Maybe you've always had a life that's been quite erratic and you've always wanted this really stable life. And when I look at that, I think, I've moved around so much in my life due to, family factors and You know, if you've had a life when you were a child where you moved around a lot because your family were unsatisfied where they were, grass was always greener on the other side. And then as an adult, you tend to follow that pattern. And I always used to think, you know, how beautiful it is for some people that they've, you know, been able to stay in the same place indefinitely, because I'd never had that. And I'm such a gypsy. And I sort of feel like maybe for some of you, it's about just finding that stability that you've never had. It also can be, what they're saying to me is the stability in yourself, having this much more calm, and it's like in the past you may not have had this, I'm trying to think, like serenity in your life. I love the word serenity. But maybe in the past your life you have been very erratic in the way you've managed things, and now all of a sudden you're being given this opportunity to be stable in that regard. Two of Wands here, so definitely having a different path to choose, moving down a different path here. Very beautiful. Oh, look, and we have the Magician here. I've seen him a couple of times today. This is something you've manifested here. Very nice. And you put your boundaries in place. You've understood what the direction is you need to go in. You could be dealing with an earth sign here because we have a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, male or female. So here we have a story, a good story here about you finally getting back what you've put in. And it looks to me, when I see what's happening here, that things are being shown to you now that you never knew before. And I like that, because what's happening as you're growing, the universe is showing you more of what you need to know. So it's like once you become more spiritual, you're starting to level up, the universe is opening up to you more because you're able to accept that. If you're vibrating low, it's very difficult to understand things or to, I'm trying to think of an example. If you're depressed and you're in a very depressed state and people are saying to you there's all these opportunities out there, it's very difficult to understand how to approach an opportunity when you're in that state of depression. So you're most likely to tell them to piss off and leave you alone. As you grow and you start to get into a position where you are feeling much happier in your life and the opportunities start to come in, you start to see them very differently because you're starting to open up. And that's what I see here. It's like the universe is starting to offer you new things here. So we have the Star coming out, which no doubt this is being divinely guided. And to me, this is about second chance with life more so than anything else. So it could be that you've come out of a very dark period here. You've obviously done work on yourself, because I do see you looking inside. But this is about you developing internally. And you've sort of wanted this and you've wished for it. And I do see that you've wanted this very stable sort of lifestyle or very stable self, because perhaps in the past you haven't been as stable as you'd like to be. And the universe is now offering you another path to walk on. There's some sort of tipping of this karma in your favour now, and you're being given an opportunity to do things differently this time because you've adopted this very different attitude here. So you're now moving down a path, and I feel like when I look down here, it almost feels like for some of you, you're moving towards somebody. Now, this could be somebody you know. It could be that you are moving towards an earth sign, because we do have the Page of Pentacles making an offer here as well. And because you've done this changing, it's very possible that this earth sign has been mirroring you and moving in the same direction. Now, you've manifested this and you've learned the balance of boundaries as well here. So something's happened to you back here to understand how you need to, I really don't want to say protect yourself, but it is about self-protection and preservation, they're saying to me. Understanding how you need to put things in place for yourself, because perhaps in the past and before this, you were very busy looking after other people's needs and perhaps not your own. And the universe is now pushing you to understand that you only have one life. You need to get it right. You don't get it right in this life, you don't get another chance, right? So it's about you understanding that you are an essential part of your life, and they're moving you towards someone new here. All I can tell you is this person is very earthed, very down to earth, very grounded, And they're standing here with the pentacle that you were being offered at the end. So this earth sign, or somebody with a very earthy sort of nature, is coming in to offer you that pentacle because you've earned it, because you've walked a different pathway, because you've understand your personal journey, you've dropped a lot of things that you don't need anymore, and you're moving forward to a much more stable existence, and you're learning how to manifest and set boundaries for yourself. Lovely reading, Gemini. Okay, how very funny. This came out for Aquarius too. So this is about self-respect. I will read you the meaning from the book because, as I said, it came out before, which is quite interesting. It says, the ancestors offering guidance. Watch for unexpected messages in dreams, chance encounters with strangers, or voices whispered on the wind. You have nothing to fear in the dark. So you can walk forward without fear, Gemini. You're on a very good path and about to meet someone that will make a big impact on your life. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.